Welcome to Milling's Auto Parts and More. Listen up. You there sipping your half-calf double-shot soy latte, do you even know what's happening under the hood of your car? Probably not, and that's a shame. Because you're debating on which car sliding on the toll faster, let's learn the different parts and function of the engine. It's time to ditch that notion and delve into the fascinating, slightly greasy world of your car's engine. Now, I'm not suggesting you become a mechanic overnight, but understanding the basics, that's just good sense. It's like knowing the difference between a screwdriver and a potato masher. Essential life skills, people. Knowing your engine can save you from dodgy mechanics, unnecessary breakdowns, and embarrassing conversations at petrol stations. Plus, it's infinitely more interesting than watching paint dry. Well, slightly more interesting. So buckle up, grab a spanner, and let's get our hands dirty. Figuratively, of course, we don't want any lawsuits. Let's start with the big fella, the engine block. This chunky piece of metal is basically the engine's apartment complex. It houses all the important bits like the cylinders, crankshaft, and camshaft. It's heavy, it's solid, and it means business. Think of it as the bouncer at a nightclub. It keeps everything in line and makes sure nobody gets out of hand. Well, most of the time. The engine block is also where the magic happens. Literally. Inside the cylinders, tiny explosions are constantly taking place, driving your car forward. It's a controlled chaos that's both terrifying and awe-inspiring. So, next time you see an engine block, give it a nod of respect. It's the unsung hero of your car. Now let's meet the drama queens of the engine, the pistons. These cylindrical fellows are constantly moving up and down like opera singers hitting high notes. They're responsible for compressing the air-fuel mixture in the cylinders, creating the perfect environment for those little explosions we talked about. But don't let their diva-like behavior fool you. Pistons are tough cookies. They have to withstand immense pressure and heat, all while moving at breakneck speeds. They're the marathon runners of the engine world. And just like marathon runners, they need a bit of lubrication to keep going. That's where engine oil comes in. It keeps everything running smoothly, preventing the pistons from turning into molten metal sculptures. So spare a thought for your pistons next time you're stuck in traffic. They're working hard to get you moving. Beneath all the drama of the pistons lies the crankshaft, the unsung hero of the engine. This ingenious piece of engineering takes the up and down motion of the pistons and converts it into rotational force that turns the wheels. Think of it like this. Imagine you're trying to turn a door handle by pushing up and down on it. You'd look ridiculous, wouldn't you? That's where the crankshaft comes in. It's the clever mechanism that translates your awkward up and down motion into a smooth circular movement. And it does all this while dealing with the constant tantrums of the pistons. Talk about a thankless job. So next time you're admiring a car's horsepower, remember the crankshaft. It's the quiet achiever that makes it all possible. Camshaft, the conductor of combustion. Now let's talk about the camshaft, the conductor of this mechanical orchestra. This rotating shaft with oddly shaped lobes is responsible for controlling the valves, which in turn regulate the flow of air and fuel into and out of the cylinders. Imagine a conductor with a baton, directing the musicians to play at the right time. That's the camshaft. It ensures that the valves open and close in perfect synchronization with the pistons, creating a harmonious symphony of combustion. Of course, any good conductor needs a score to follow. In the camshaft's case, the score is determined by the shape of its lobes. These lobes act like little ramps, pushing the valves open at precisely the right moment. It's all about timing, precision, and, well, a deep understanding of musicality. Or should I say mechanicality, I guess. Valves, the bouncers of the engine. Remember the engine block, our bouncer friend? Well, the valves are like the bouncers at the individual cylinders. These spring-loaded gatekeepers control the flow of air and exhaust gases in and out of the combustion chamber. The intake valves are like the welcoming committee, allowing fresh air into the party. The exhaust valves, on the other hand, are the ones who show the burnt gases the door. They're not exactly subtle about it either. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. And without these diligent bouncers, the whole combustion process would descend into chaos. Just imagine a nightclub without bouncers. Actually don't, it's not a pretty sight. Pause. Spark plugs igniting the fire. Now we come to the spark plugs, the pyromaniacs of the engine. These small but mighty components are responsible for igniting the air-fuel mixture in the cylinders, creating the explosions that power your car. Think of them as tiny lightning bolts, delivering a jolt of electricity with pinpoint accuracy. They're the ones who get the party started, literally, and they do it thousands of times per minute without complaint. Well, usually without complaint. But despite their tough exterior, spark plugs are actually quite sensitive souls. They need to be gapped correctly and kept clean to function properly. Otherwise, they're likely to throw a hissy fit, leaving you stranded by the side of the road. Fuel injectors, keeping the party going. Of course, no party can last without a steady supply of refreshments. That's where fuel injectors come in. These clever devices are responsible for delivering the precise amount of fuel to each cylinder, ensuring a smooth and efficient combustion process. Think of them as the bartenders of the engine, mixing the perfect air-fuel cocktail for optimal performance. They're constantly monitoring the engine's needs, adjusting the fuel flow to match the driving conditions. Too much fuel, and you'll be guzzling gas like it's going out of style. And your pocket will feel the pain. Too little, and your engine will sputter and cough like a chain smoker trying to quit cold turkey. It's a delicate balance, and the fuel injectors are the masters of their domain. A little knowledge goes a long way, so there you have it, a whirlwind tour of your car's engine. It's a complex and fascinating piece of engineering, full of drama, intrigue, and the occasional explosion. But hopefully you now have a better understanding of what goes on under the hood. And who knows, maybe this newfound knowledge will inspire you to pop the hood of your own car and take a closer look. Just don't touch anything, unless you know what you're doing, in which case, why are you reading this? But seriously, a little knowledge goes a long way. Understanding the basics of your car's engine can save you time, money, and a whole lot of hassle in the long run. And who knows, you might even start to appreciate the symphony of controlled explosions happening just a few feet in front of you. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thanks for watching.